Today we have a story for Primary 5. Our story is The Wizard of Oz. But before we start our new chapter, let's rewrite the last one. What could make the Wizard of Oz angry? If people were dishonest. How did the wizard rule the city? He ruled wisely and well. What did Dorothy and her friends have to wear? They had to wear spectacles. How was Dorothy's room in the palace? It was the prettiest room in the world, full of flowers. It had a fountain in the middle, and there was a shelf full of green books near the window. What did the Wizard of Oz ask Dorothy to do? He asked her to kill the Wicked Witch of the West. Now let's start our new chapter, Chapter 6. The Wicked Witch of the West. Dorothy left the throne room and told her friends about the wizard. He'll help me get back to Kansas only if I kill the Wicked Witch of the West, Dorothy said. Dorothy's friends went to and asked the great wizard to help them. The 10 women wanted a horde. The scarecrow wanted some brains, and the lion wanted courage. The great wizard said the same. I'll help you only if you help Dorothy to kill the Wicked Witch of the West. Dorothy and her friends set off to find the Wicked Witch of the West. Dorothy asked the guardian of the gates which road leads to the Wicked Witch of the West. There is no road. No one ever wants to go that way. The best you can do is to keep walking to the west, where the sun sets. But be careful, she will try to make slaves of you, the guardian said. Dorothy and her friends walked all day. They were so tired that they lay down in the grass and slept. They weren't far from the castle of the Wicked Witch. Now let's ask some questions about this part. What did the wizard ask Dorothy to do to help her get back to Kansas? He asked her to kill the Wicked Witch of the West. Next, what did the 10 woodmen and the scarecrow and the lion ask the great wizard, and what did he say? They asked the wizard to help them. The 10 woodmen wanted a horde, the scarecrow wanted some brains, and the lion wanted courage. The wizard said that he will help them only if they help Dorothy kill the Wicked Witch of the West. What did Dorothy ask the guardian of the gates about? What did he say? She asked him about the best road to the Wicked Witch of the West, and he told her to keep walking to the west, where the sun sets. Now let's continue. The Wicked Witch of the West had only one eye, but it was as powerful as a telescope. She could see Dorothy and her friends asleep in the grass. She was very angry to find them in her country. She blew a whistle, and a group of wolves raced toward her. She ordered them to tear them to pieces. The wolves raced off to obey her, but the 10 woodmen fought and killed them with his axe. She blew a whistle, and a huge flock of crows flew toward her. She ordered them to pick them to pieces. The scarecrow saw them and killed all of them. Next, the Wicked Witch of the West became very angry. 3 times she blew her whistle. A swarm of bees flew up to her. She ordered them to sting them to death. The 10 woodmen and the scarecrow saw them coming, and they killed the bees. The Wicked Witch of the West ordered her slaves, the Winkies, to attack the strangers. They did so, but the lion gave a great roar and frightened them so much that they all ran away. The wicked witch of the west had only final weapon. She took out a golden cap. It was covered with jewels. Whoever owned it could make the winged monkeys obey them, but no one could call them more than 3 times. The wicked witch of the west had only one call left. She decided to use her last call to destroy Dorothy and her friends. The wicked witch of the west ordered the winged monkeys to kill the strangers except the lion. The winged monkeys flew toward Dorothy and her friends. Dorothy was frightened, but the monkeys didn't hurt her because of the kiss of the good witch on her forehead. The king of the monkeys told the others to carry her gently to the wicked witch of the west. Okay, now questions about this poet. How did the wicked witch of the west tell the wolves to come to her? She blew a whistle and they raced toward her. What did the wicked witch of the west tell the crows to do? She ordered them to pick the strangers to pieces. How did the Tin Woodman kill the wolves? By using his axe. What was the final weapon of the wicked witch of the west? The winged monkeys. Why couldn't the winged monkeys hurt Dorothy? Because of the kiss of the good witch on her forehead. Okay, now let's continue. When the wicked witch of the west saw Dorothy, she was afraid, not only because of the kiss mark on her forehead. Dorothy was wearing the magic silver shoes. The wicked witch of the west made Dorothy her slave. She made Dorothy do all the work in the castle. Dorothy had to work long hours. She was very sad. The wicked witch of the west planned to take the silver shoes from Dorothy's feet. One day, the wicked witch of the west put a piece of metal in the middle of the room. Using the magic, she made the piece of metal invisible. When Dorothy came into the room, she didn't see the piece of metal and fell over it. The wicked witch ran up and pulled off one of the shoes. Dorothy was very angry and wanted to take her shoes again. But the wicked witch refused. Dorothy picked up a bucket of water and threw it over the wicked witch. The wicked witch screamed, "Do you know what you have done?" She cried, "Now I shall melt, I shall die." And before Dorothy's eyes, the wicked witch began to melt. And soon there was nothing left of her except a pool on the floor. Now, this is the end of our chapter. Let's revise the main points. All of them set out to find the wicked witch of the west. They went near the castle of the wicked witch. The wicked witch of the west fought them by many ways, but she failed to slay them. Finally, she succeeded to slay them by using the winged monkeys. Dorothy killed the wicked witch of the west by throwing a bucket of water over her body. Now let's open your booklets. Which road led to the wicked witch of the west? The best way was to go to the west where the sun sets. Number 2, how did the wicked witch of the west see them? She saw them by her only eye, which was as powerful as a telescope. Number 3, how did the Tin Woodman kill the wolves? He killed them by using his axe. Number 4, how did Dorothy kill the wicked witch of the west? She threw a bucket of water over her body. Next, complete. Number 1. The Tin Woodman wanted a space. Space wanted some brains. The lion wanted space. Again, number 1. The Tin Woodman wanted a hoard. The Scarecrow wanted some brains. The lion wanted courage. Number 2. The Wicked Witch of the West had only space, but it was as powerful as space. The Wicked Witch of the West had only one eye, but it was as powerful as a telescope. Number 3. The Wicked Witch told the space to go to those people, space in the grass, and space them to pieces. The Wicked Witch told the wolves to go to those people asleep in the grass and tear them to pieces. Number 4. In the second whistle, a huge space flew toward Dorothy and her friends. In the third time she whistled, a space flew up to the Wicked Witch. In the second whistle, a huge flock of crows flew toward Dorothy and her friends. And the third time she whistled, a swarm of bees flew up to the Wicked Witch. Number 5. The Wicked Witch took out a space. It was covered with space and it could make the space obey her. The Wicked Witch took a golden cap. It was covered with jewels and it could make the winged monkeys obey her. This is the end of our chapter. Thank you for listening and have a nice day.